Okay, good evening, Ma'am Joy and classmates. For this video, I would like to present the probe research which I revised for this semester. Okay, this is the probe research titled Campus Journalism Perspectives and Plans of Naga City School Paper Advisors in the Time of COVID-19. The author was or is Floris Wavell Pablo Tobale, and this was in July 2019. I was so privileged to take this or to engage in this probe research. What interested me is the campus journalism keywords because this is in a way one of my interests. I have been a school paper advisor myself for many years in high school. So what prompted me to choose this is the personal affiliation I have. No? So from the title itself, I was drawn because the use of the word campus journalism is in a way broad to me. So I began to question the use of campus journalism as against what I rather thought as appropriate, which is school paper, no? So the perspectives of campus journalism is an awkward phrase, no? So campus journalism, if at all, is represented by school papers and the publication staff itself, including the advisors. But yeah, okay. Here in the keywords itself, campus journalism is keyword together with school paper advisors. But the school publications themselves should be added here because campus journalism is rather abstract to me. No? Campus journalism is given life itself by the school paper or the publication itself, which consists of primarily the student writers because the school paper advisor are there for guidance but and also direction, but also it's really the student writers who are involved primarily in gathering news, in writing news and feature stories, in editorial writing and cartooning, and even in the publication. In the age of computers, even or in the digital age, uh, even one person can, one staff, one member of the school publication can be or can already function as one man editorial staff because he can gather data, no, through the use of the internet, no. With clicks of the mouse and the internet, he or she can produce a significant news page already, which is full of cover photo, the headline or the banner, the article itself, and even most importantly, the multimedia. Okay, so I found the campus journalism very abstract. That's why, okay, I would like to bring the discussion now to the revised or corrected copy. If you will notice here, the I made use of the track changes feature of the Microsoft Word in order to revise the paper. So from the original title, I practically looked for the perception. So perspectives is also awkward to me. So I made use of the word perceptions because it will be defined later. No, perceptions is different from perspectives. Perceptions are even more concrete in a way than the, or not necessarily concrete, but more measurable. No? Perceptions on the challenges of the COVID pandemic and plans of action. of selected Naga City school paper advisors. If you will notice, I practically revised most parts of the paper by editing it using track changes. Okay, so I started with saying I did away with the words campus journalism. Instead, I focused on the school papers initially. No, school papers. I said school papers and their advisors have been affected by the challenges brought about by the coronavirus disease 19 or COVID 19 pandemic. This study, I aim to identify the perceptions of these challenges of the pandemic and the plans of action of Naga City school publications as determined by their advisors. This study made use of a researcher made questionnaire generated through Google Forms. I did not make any revisions there. But going on further, the respondents of the survey were 26 school paper advisors from Naga City. Using weighted average, frequency, and ranking for statistical analysis, the study found that school paper advisors have a positive view, you mean perception, on campus or about campus journalism despite being strongly challenged by the pandemic. So the word campus journalism or the phrase campus journalism again reappeared here because it's referring to the actual um, it refers to the publication itself, including the operations and even the activities of the students. No? Furthermore, the study said they plan to continue coaching and mentoring their students, recruiting new members, and conducting trainings. Lastly, they consider using online platforms and to coach mentor students, conduct training, and publish their papers as they adapt to the new normal. The study recommends, therefore, that the school paper advisors undergo training to know the online tools they can use in performing their tasks. In addition, campus journalists and school paper advisors must be educated or taught in digital journalism as alternative means during crisis. So that's how I rewrote the abstract. Okay, for the introduction, again, I changed campus journalism to campus publications to give flesh to the entire study. After all, the study surveyed school paper advisors, people themselves, no? Not the campus journalism as an idea. Okay, campus publications, or I thought for school papers, no, but campus publications in general play essential roles in the schools and their communities. Besides being avenues for self expression, they are foremost the tools for information dissemination. So I just reworked and tweaked the, expressions here. Mrs. Tubale, Miss Tubale so far is very organized in this sense. No? Okay, Araw 2013 emphasized the role of campus journalism in helping people to make sense of reality. He also said that campus journalists are torchbearers who provide information and analyze school and social issues so that people can make informed decisions. Citing another related literature, according to Ponesca, since the 18th century, campus journalism has been the voice of the students demanding change in the school and the country. Students report the news, discuss issues, and keep people actively involved in the community through the student publications. So that's the first use of student publication so far by the author. No? Okay, citing another local related review, the study cited Education Undersecretary or USEC Gustavo San Antonio of the Department of Education, who stressed on the role of school publications to empower communities. San Antonio encouraged the journalists to be proactive, results oriented, intelligent network building, credible, and empowering, so that they could be instruments of change in their community. This was in 2019 in the National Schools Press Conference in Tuguegarao City. Okay, it goes on to support the or to establish the idea of the role of the campus journalists. No, the study also cites Pingol, who enumerated the tasks of school paper advisor, namely to develop the journalistic skills of students, to attend and conduct trainings, to coach students in contests, and manage the school paper in general. In the midst of the many changes in society, the advisors are said to need to be more competent, dynamic, and systematic in performing their duties. COVID-19 pandemic has affected journalists in many ways. Adriano, 2020, said that journalists are at risk of exposing themselves to the virus. The pandemic significantly has also limited events to be covered since schedules of significant events have been cancelled.